Mark to check out and suss out the facts there. Daniel, what President Trump had to say about Canadian dairy tariffs, is that accurate?
It was not even close to accurate, Jake. So President Trump said Canada treats the first little carton of milk that the U.S. exports as a low tariff product, but then after that, Canada applies massive tariffs in excess of 200%. It is not just the first little carton of milk that has low tariffs. In fact, under the USMCA deal that Trump himself negotiated, tens of thousands of metric tons per year of U.S. milk are treated as tariff-free by Canada. That is guaranteed tariff-free market access by Canada. And here's the key thing, Jake. The U.S. is not exporting even close to that tariff-free quota maximum, so none of those hefty Canadian tariffs above the quota level are actually being applied. And that was just one of the false claims he made, Jake. He also offered what I think is some pretty brazen alternative history, saying that the U.S. was at proportionally its wealthiest from 1789 to 1913. The U.S. is way wealthier today by any reasonable measure, including per capita income, living standards. And then he said that the U.S. would not have had the Great Depression had the U.S. stayed with tariffs. Well, there was a pretty infamous tariff in 1930, the Smoot-Hawley tariff, that is widely seen to have contributed to worsening that Great Depression. He also repeated his claim that the U.S. took in hundreds of billions of dollars that China paid because of tariffs he imposed in his first term. It is U.S. importers who made those tariff payments. Study after study has found that U.S. consumers and businesses ate the overwhelming majority of the costs of those tariffs. And so it is just not true that China was paying that money. He also falsely said that the U.S. had the highest inflation in its history under President Biden. Yes, of course, it was high. It was troubling, not even close to a record. And he said that gasoline is, quote, way under $3 now. It is true in some states, but the national average today, according to AAA, is about $3.24 per gallon, Jake.
Other than that, though, any factual errors? I'm just joking. That was a lot. Daniel Dale, thanks so much. Appreciate it. Let's bring in CNN's Phil Mattingly and Vanessa Yurkevich to talk about the economies and the economic impacts of this all. Phil, so let's start with you.